Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's a Tuesday fucking night. I'm ready to roll. I got 4 amazing players as usual. We've got Jack Snyder.
Hello, hello. Dr. Damien Dork.
Nissa Justice.
Basically, obviously, badass Bob.
Yes, basically. Ethan Bowen Armor.
Once again, I'll be playing Hudson Frederick.
And Sophie Nell Crafton.
Sergeant Corey Cromwise.
That's true, you are. We're playing Mothership. But before we get into that, I wanted to just ask you guys. I have a few things I want to talk about today. Oh, man. Okay, the first thing is the first thing. Last session, you guys did a lot, and it seems like maybe some shit's gonna go down today. But before we get to that, I was thinking about fights. You know, combat in real life. Have you guys ever been in a fight?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I have.
Anyone
Have
have
you
a
all been
story
in
that's
fights?
not too traumatic?
That's wild.
If you want to share?
Mine were mostly sanctioned. I am a second degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Holy cow!
Sick.
And
Sick,
I
Ethan. That's
I
sick.
have been
You
to a
paid
few.
me to ask this question.
Yeah, I just here to flex. No,
Can you ask about fights today? Finally.
Oh, sweet. I've been in many kind of sparring matches. Not always very good because, frankly, you know, hitting people is scary and being hit is scarier. And so it, you know, I was always more about like I'm gonna practice the craft and I'm gonna do my technique. And then you get into like some of these fights, especially with other kind of like first and second degree black belts my age at the time. So like kind of 16, 17-year-olds. And they are mostly just excited. They're like, well, this is boxing now. And so got into some bouts where people are just like, someone got a nose broken, stuff like that, and we had a grandmaster come over and be like, you have to tone it down. There are like younger kids who are looking up to you, and this isn't what that's about. But yeah,
Were you in Cobra Kai?
I was not in Cobra Kai.
You sound like a Cobra Kai.
Yeah, more like Serpent Steve.
Serpent Steve. What, you're like Solo?
Okay.
Just one.
You're just like Frank's karate dojo. Wow, that's so cool. So you said Taekwondo?
Yes.
Is that what you said? So you competed in like tournaments like the All Valley. I'm making a lot of Karate Kid references. I don't know why.
So some of the Karate Kid references right over my head, but have you seen tournaments?
Have you guys seen Karate Kid? Quick survey. Have you guys seen Karate Kid? Anyone here seen Karate Kid?
Yes, a
Yes.
long time
The movie,
ago.
yes.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yes.
Got it.
But yeah, no, I've fought against people all around the world. I never really traveled for anything, but I did get Aussie oi oi oi'd once.
Nice.
From after I lost to an Australian
in
fellow.
Australia? Yeah.
I was pretty sick.
You got Aussieoid. Didn't know that was a verb. Did you win? Did you win?
No,
How'd you do?
the Australian guy kicked my ass.
In general, though, how did you do? Did you have any?
In general, silver average, I'd say.
Oh, it's pretty good. Damn.
Nice.
Holy shit. Well,
Cool.
maybe we'll break out some moves today.
Yeah, that's exactly what's
To
going to happen.
demonstrate everything we do.
Oh yeah.
Was it Taekwondo? I ain't had nothing down yet.
Taekwondo. I took Taekwondo for
David,
5 minutes.
do not even do that accent.
Why? What was that accent? I don't even know what that
I don't
was.
know. If you were imitating Ethan, already, Ethan, are you from the South? No.
Yeah, I was
was
about to
just
say,
saying,
guys, come on.
I was
I think
imitating
Jack and I are the
Hudson.
only ones who can.
I was imitating Hudson.
Okay,
So
okay, you're doing bad.
I'm sorry. Are you a Southern scholar in the rooms? That
Yeah.
accent is not dialectical
Actually.
to the region.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I went to college in the South.
So did I.
I'm sorry. Can we bring some Russians in here? Hold on. I have a Russian linguist here
fight.
to
Oh,
analyze
wait,
Dr.
hold on.
Dork.
Hold on, please.
Or whatever. Eastern European linguist.
Yeah,
is
whatever.
Gonna come in and give an assessment on Dr.
Actually,
Dork.
I live with linguists, so I could.
Actually,
really
my accent's
route.
Romanian.
Oh, okay, yeah, fine. Well, I'm gonna bring a vampire in and have him decide
great.
what he feels
Oh,
about
shit.
it. You're offending vampires. Now offended all Romanians. Okay, let's just run the globe here today. I was gonna say I took Taekwondo for 5 minutes in high school, and I remember it was so funny. I took it with a friend of mine, and I remember a few things. One is that it was so much kicking. Like I remember, like they never threw a punch, and we were always laughing. And one time, sometimes we had to do these demonstrations in front of the class. There'd be like a punching bag, and then you'd have to go up and like for 5 or 30 seconds or a minute, whatever, and like do whatever moves you were working on. And I remember I was like to my friend, his name was Pasquale, which is not relevant to the story, but it's a great name. And I said, Pasquale, I'm gonna like show him something he's never seen before. And for 5 minutes, if I ran in to do my demonstration of Taekwondo, and I ran in and did jumping punch on the thing, and I only punched it for probably 5 minutes. And afterwards, the instructor just looked at me and just like shook his head with such disappointment. I was like,
Sounds like he's
it's
never
allowed to
seen
punt, right? Like you
before.
can punch in Taekwondo, right? Or is it just
You
frowned
can
upon?
punch, yes.
Okay,
It
that was
is a
trying to teach
lot
him a
of
lesson.
kicking.
I remember also Pasquale one time got teamed up with. We do these like sparring things with the guy, and he was sparring with the teacher or the sensei. And is that a Taekwondo thing, sensei? I don't know. The teacher, and they were doing their sparring thing, and then Pasquale started like going like this to the teacher while he was like doing the sparring. And the teacher just like stood there and looked at him, and then just did like a back roundhouse kick right to his stomach, and he like flew across the room. And I was laughing my ass off. I'll never forget.
Classic
That's great.
Pasquale.
Damn.
Classic
Yeah.
Pasquale. And then I
No,
quit
none of my
Taekwondo.
fights-
We did it for 3 months.
None of my fights
ahead.
were ever sanctioned. I was just in a thing called high school. And yeah, I wasn't a bully. I want to point that out now. I was not a bully.
It sounds like something a bully
God.
would say. I don't know.
Right?
When you have to preface any story with anything, you know where it's going.
Well, it's just okay. So I moved to a tiny hick town, all country, and I was just like, not for me. Was big city, small town, hated it. Went in my freshman year, even worse. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do basketball. So I'm on the basketball team, and I don't know anyone. And there's
Lot of
this,
fights
I'm a
with
freshman. This
basketball.
junior is picking on me, and to be fair, no one liked this
guy.
guy. No one liked this guy. Even the seniors hate him. The juniors hate. Everyone did not like this guy because he was a jerk. He was an asshole. He would just pick on people. Anyway, after practice one day, we're in the locker room, and he's been going around like doing the whipping people with the towel thing, like the yeah.
Oh, wow.
The worst thing in the world.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. He was going around doing that.
That's like
and-
movie. That's like movie level bully.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
like it was classic. Yeah, going around doing that, and I told him, I was like walking into the shower, I was like, hey, don't do that to me. Like just told him straight up, like, hey, don't do that. And he was like, or what? And I'm like, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And
Whoa!
I was tired of it.
Yeah,
this
clearly.
is like 2 or 3 months into school at this point. I've already dealt with this kid.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
And so I take a shower, I come back, and I'm butt ass naked, like looking in my locker.
You fought him naked?
And
wow.
he comes up behind me and whips me with the towel while I'm naked. And I just stop, I put my underwear on, and I go, and I just lay into him. And
Beat his ass.
I beat his ass. And it went on for a bit. People had to like pull us off. And then like I left.
I love that you put your underwear on.
Well,
you
yeah.
can't,
Detail.
I mean, come
they're
on.
gonna
details,
bring
you
an
know,
adult
amazing.
in,
If
you
I were to
gotta
lose
know.
this fight, I wasn't gonna lose it naked. You know?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to add insult to injury. I didn't expect to lose, and I didn't. But yeah, the next day, coaches calls me in. He's like, "Hey, I heard something happened after school yesterday." I was like, "Yeah," and I told him exactly what I told you guys. And he's like, "Okay." And so I got like one day of in-school suspension, and that was it. And then the other guy, for starting it, got like a week of in-school suspension, and then had to come every day that week to carry a tire up and down the bleachers, like doing snakes up and down the bleachers for an hour before school.
That's an
Sounds
interesting
like your coach
punishment.
knew who he was dealing with.
Exactly. So and then I gained respect, and no one messed with me at that school.
No shit. That would be legendary, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, it was great. I was like, all right, I'm the new kid, at this point I had like really long hair. It's like past my shoulders. So I'm like, I'm the new weird kid, but don't mess with me. It was great.
Nice.
You're gonna have to
That's
share
like prison
pictures,
yard.
Jack.
Oh yeah, very much.
What was
It felt
that?
like a prison.
What did you say, Sophie? I missed that.
I said that Jack needs to share pictures at some point.
Oh yeah,
this long hair.
definitely.
It was long,
Yes.
very long curly locks.
Cut to photo of it now. We'll see. Does he send it to me or not?
Maybe.
I don't know. If you saw a photo, then he did his job and send me a photo.
I'll find one. It's probably gonna be like from 8th grade, but
You're gonna have
find
like
one.
Weird Al hair.
What about you guys, Nissa, Sophie? Any?
I've never been in
Any-
a fight. I mean, verbal fights, but I've never
Yeah.
like hit anyone. So
Oh well, I have three
Yep.
siblings, so that I think number one speaks for itself. So my older sibling and I, we are just 2 years apart, and we're always competing. And the sibling is the linguist, so very good at talking circles around me. And so my only defense for that was,
Punching them in
violence.
the face.
My parents actually did admit later on that they let me get away with it because
Because
because they were like, you
they're a
had no
linguist?
defense. You had no defense. There's no way you could have like sparred words like
that's
that.
fair.
And like
you can't
So-
fight a linguist.
you can't fight a linguist.
You can't verbally fight a linguist. It's like a fucking
No,
it's
of
like a
course
Marvel
not.
character.
I did get into the only, well, not the only at this point, but the first ever fight at my like private school in middle school, which was fun, but not nearly as exciting as Jack's. It was more of he was slapping me and I was kicking him,
Yeah.
And then the teacher came in and I started sobbing about how much my parents were gonna kill me, and I didn't even get in trouble. They were like, well, you shouldn't fight at school. But apparently
Wow.
they found it really hilarious. So so they were very proud that I had won that fight and
Aw.
decided not to punish me too bad.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
my dad was proud that I won. My mom was pissed that I was in it at all.
Such a dad response. Good
Yeah.
job, son. You beat his ass. Way to beat
Yeah.
his ass.
I mean,
Way to
you
put your
warned them.
underwear on first. Beat his ass. That's like I taught you. Underwear first.
Good job, son.
Just to come second.
Underwear
Always
first.
put the underwear on first.
Well, speaking of putting your underwear on, some of you might be shitting your pants in a second when we come back after this break.
Are you there? Can you hear me? We never should have come to this place. There's too many of them. That sound. It's like a razor blade in my fucking brain. We never should have come to this place. Oh, God. They're here. To tell my family.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mothership. It's a ship with a mother, and we're in space, and we're fighting aliens and shit in
Surprise.
space on our planet. Guys, what are you doing with yourselves? What are you doing with your lives? Why are you in space fighting aliens? We don't know. Maybe we'll find out today. That's not the important thing. The important thing is that we're all having fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time on Mothership, you guys finally got to the fucking garage. You've been meandering around for fucking
6
what
episodes
feels
later.
like a week. 4 months later, you guys finally made it to the garage. You left bodies everywhere. Didn't care, just stepped over them. Hey, there's a body there. Let's just leave it there. That's fine. Oh, I'll walk past that dead body again. No big deal. How many times did you walk past a dead body? What?
I don't know how many dead bodies
Lot.
were there.
I don't know. I lost count. There's at least 3. How many dead bodies do you need before you feel like you have to deal with them? Anyway,
I feel like it gets to a point there's too many dead bodies, and that's when we feel like we don't need to deal with them. If we only
Yeah.
ever saw one dead
Right.
body, then it would be like, oh, okay, hold on. Important.
Well, how are we
Right.
dealing with them? Do we have time?
Is there an incinerator?
It's only been a couple hours.
I don't know.
What are the customs?
I don't know how
of
long you
their
guys have
fate?
been in there. It's been a couple hours inside the base. You guys, it's dark.
3 hours later.
It's dark. Last time, you guys crept down the hallway towards the garage, towards that noise. And you opened the garage and you went inside and you found a uniformed officer just mindlessly digging a large pit inside of the garage. The airlock that you went through to get into the garage, if you remember. Inside the garage, there was a guy digging a pit. There was an armored personnel carrier in the corner. Bob hung on the doorway for a while, doing a move, blocking everybody from coming in. And Corey Cramwise investigated. Eventually, you guys found the generator and started it up. Power came back into the facility, and you found another guy, the mechanic, presumably. He was covered in grease and oil, and he was sitting in the carrier with a grenade. After unsuccessfully trying to wrest the grenade from him, he panicked, he ran, he fell into the pit, he blew himself up, and emerging from the smoke and rubble, you heard screeching noises as crab arms and tentacles emerged from the mindless digger, who you never found out his name. Too bad. And that's where we left off. And I'm gonna play some music. Not just play some like country music. No, we want this. I want to start with the fear save.
Didn't we end with a fear save? Where everybody passed?
I think we did
I
a fear
feel
save
like we
for
ended
the
with a fear save.
No.
where everybody-
explosion,
No.
but I don't know if we did for the
No.
crab coming out of the neck.
Damn.
For cinematic
Okay,
for
fine.
cinematic cliffhangery, I would not have asked you to roll a fear save right at the very end there. I know
At
that.
disadvantage because of old Bobby.
Give me disadvantage.
I failed.
You're welcome.
Dizzy advantage.
Nah, I would fail no matter what. Oh! Okay, none of them are doubles, but that is a 94 over 22.
Fail.
I don't
They
think
won't
I
pass.
need to roll for the second one because I hit 100.
Oh, that's good. That's in our actually, in
100?
this game
Is it 0? 99
is
is as
0.
high as you can
So
roll.
that's a 0. That's a critical success, which is not going to last long because you're going to roll again and
didn't
take
know
the
that.
other result.
I thought 100. Sorry, I thought 100 was like the worst you could get. But let me do the other
It
roll.
is, but as rules written, it's 0 to 99 is what we're rolling.
I see.
So 99 is the worst because it's critical fail.
You're just gonna do it again.
7.
Holy shit!
Under-
0 to 7.
Under 23.
Nice.
Still.
Which actually, hold on,
So
I have
you,
I have
for
a
some
plus
reason,
over 30
because you're drunk.
I'm drunk.
I think it makes sense that you're drunk or feeling buzzed. You don't quite comprehend what's happening in front of you, as out of the dust and mud sprays everywhere. And I didn't say this last time, but I imagine there's probably just dirt everywhere. This guy's been shoveling and throwing dirt all over. It's like everything's like covered in mud, and now bits of human. And out of the smoke, this creature explodes out of the body. and most of you are just held in panic and fear, except for Jack. I'm going to give you the first option to do the first thing because you're not afraid right now. What does Jack? Sorry, not Jack. There's no Jack here. What does Dr. Damien Dork do?
Yeah, hold on. That's Dr. Damien Dork to you.
Who am I in this scenario?
My grenade. I like
You have a grenade. I forgot. I forgot you have a grenade.
Oh, I forgot to look up.
that
the grenade.
I've been holding this whole time. I'd like to pull pin and throw into hole with
Love it. You're rolling it or throwing
whatever the. It's a nice underhand like. Toss.
Yeah.
I believe I'm
You
still
rolled
good.
a grenade. Give me a.
I believe it's
give me a
combat, right?
Give me a check. Give me a combat check. With that.
Now I believe I do have disadvantage to this because I am drunk. Is
Did I
what
say
you
that?
stated last time. I have a plus 10 bonus fear and then disadvantage to like dexterity.
I said disadvantage to like dexterity checks. I guess that would be.
That'd be
If I'm
speed.
throwing it, though, I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. I don't have to take disadvantage.
You're in enough trouble. I'm not going to give you disadvantage.
Sweet. Fantastic. All right.
Which sounds like a gift, but it's probably not.
That would be 1 under 35.
Holy shit!
Dang.
You're rolling rocks.
That's
You're rolling grenades. All right,
Two
so
d10s, right?
yeah, rolling a 1d2. You
1d2.
you guys are
coin.
paralyzed with fear momentarily as this thing makes its way. It starts climbing out of the pit towards you. Before you can even do anything, Dr. Dork has released the pin of his grenade and just rolls it towards the creature. And I'm just, give me, it explodes. It explodes right in front of him. I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to roll, the grenade itself is 3d10 damage, please.
All right. Actual hands out. 9, 8, 5.
Ooh.
If I could do quick maths, that's
22.
Yes.
Golly.
22.
Math is not my strong suit.
I have a master's
Okay.
in math.
Smart.
22. 22. 22. I'm going to roll some dice. 1 second. I just need to
Dr.
decide.
Dork killed the creature. That's the end of Mothership. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been such a great time. We'll be back next week with the denouement. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.
We really
Bye.
built that up. We really built up the monster a little bit, probably too hard. But next time we'll do better. No, it's
Hinton
still
comes
alive.
wandering
It's very
back
much
into the facility.
Hi guys.
He heard the big boom. Was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Doing some experiment.
Okay, I just really need to think about this. Okay, roll me a D. Okay, I just need to roll something first.
You do that.
It's in the air.
Roll me a D4.
D4. 4.
You rolled a 4. Okay. This is what happens. As you roll the grenade and it explodes, one of the grenades it's wearing on its chest also goes off.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Roll me 3 more D10.
Fantastic.
Because it's still strapped to it. It's got 4, was 5, now 4 grenades dangling from it.
So the mechanics grenade did not
17.
set off.
Didn't set it
all
off. He fell in the other side of the pit. It wasn't right next to him. He
This
did.
pit is a lot
He did
larger
enough
than I
to
was imagining.
disturb him. Yeah, it's a big pit.
17.
17. Okay.
With these.
What was the other damage? 22.
Correct. Boom, boom. 2 big booms.
2 big booms.
Okay. 2 big booms are enough to open up a gash in its. It has a very hard exterior shell on it. But these 2 blasts together seem to open up an area on its front midriff that exposes its innards, and it looks like you did some damage to it. Congratulations.
Nice.
Dr. Dork.
Well,
Total was
that
what?
Productive.
Yeah.
What was the total again? You told me 22 plus 17.
17 plus 22.
So 39.
39.
39. Look at us all coming to the same conclusion.
Okay. As you do that, it lets out a shriek. It's an ear-piercing shriek that your mind, it like pierces into your mind like you're getting stabbed by 1,000 sewing needles on through every orifice of your head. And I'm gonna need you to roll a sanity roll.
Oh.
Just
And
Dr.
Good
Dork.
luck.
I dare say, if Dork fails, we all gain 1 stress.
That is true. If I fail my
Wait, what?
Are we all rolling the sanity save? Or
No,
is it just Dr. Dork?
Just Dr. Dork, but
If I
whenever a
fail-
scientist fails a sanity save,
You all.
we
Oh,
get
you guys
stress.
are all doing the sanity save. It's
Okay.
all of you.
we're all
I
doing
was like,
sanity
is this
save.
targeted? Like,
No.
Okay. Well, so even so.
I have much lower sanity than anything else.
Oh, baby.
Oh, no. I failed.
Oh no.
Does it?
Doubles
Did
are
you fail,
bad,
Dork?
right?
If it's a failure, yes, but if it's a success, it's good. So you succeeded, right, Bob?
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, Bob
Uh,
critically failed.
yeah, I got a 99.
Oh, no.
Oh, beans.
Bob's
No.
really, really insane. No, I guess.
You've had some really
I-
polar rolls to start off.
I also
You know?
got an 89 over 50 on my sanity roll.
So that's
so
a
you
fail.
all gain 1 stress.
Well, give him 1 stress.
Okay.
What'd you get, Corey?
I got a 57 over 25. My sanity is not good.
Well, I got a
Hudson.
2 under 33.
Nice.
Oh, sick.
Solid.
So Hudson is the only one that is a little bit at his wits right now.
So the Hudson, you don't feel this. You just feel the stabbing sensation in your brain, which you are able to sort of shake off and concentrate. The rest of you feel like someone has grabbed a hold of your brain with its hand and is squeezing it from the inside. Bob, you feel this maybe less so than the others. So Corey
Really
and Dr.
freaking me
Dork,
out, though.
you feel like there's just like, and your vision goes blurry and you see flashes in your mind of thousands of these creatures just all everywhere and whispering, thousands of whispers, a chorus of whispers in your head simultaneously, and then it's gone. And you're ripped back to the present moment.
After drinking.
Bob, you're gonna need to roll a D20 panic check.
Okay. I got an 18.
Great. So you're trying to roll above your stress.
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, my stress
So
is
you
a
don't-
4. So,
So you're good.
great. Okay.
Your
being so
fear save
chill.
is so high. It's not fair.
Honestly.
Well, you know.
Bob is fine. I have 12 stress.
That's a lot.
I've been doing
Corey?
bad.
You have 12 stress?
Therapy.
Don't worry, you can relieve it by resting. If you go to sleep.
Oh, thanks. I could take
your next
some,
turn, would you like
some
to go to
drugs,
sleep?
some uppers. Yeah.
Long rest in the hole.
Corey and Dr. Dork, please roll me 2d10.
2d10.
13.
My D10 perfectly balanced on the mid. How is that possible?
That's a cock to
It's
die,
like-
as they call it.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. Are we rolling it as a D100 or as two different numbers?
2d10, please, and add them together.
Okay, 10.
Okay, good to know. All right, this creature. Now we're in combat. Change the music. So this creature is wounded, lets out this scream. Two of you feel the most intense, crushing pain in your head that you've ever felt. It's clambering out of the pit. It's wounded, it's angry, it's feral, and it's coming right out at you. What do you guys do? The way this works in Mothership is you all tell me what you want to do, and then you're all gonna roll simultaneously.
Oh no, fucking shit. That's cool.
It's headed directly. You guys are kind of clumped by the. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys were all kind of clumped by the airlock door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was making
the
my way
entrance to the
towards
garage.
it, but I think I was still inside the garage.
Okay, so you are the furthest out, so it would make sense that it is running at you. If you do nothing, it will attack you. The rest of you are
Okay.
standing just behind. I assume with your weapons drawn. Obviously, that would be insane if you didn't have your weapons out. What do you all do? And you just tell me in any order.
I think I am going to try to avoid being in shot line from the others, but I am going to square up and race.
Do you want to know what you
While
can
also,
do?
I would like to what?
Do you want to know what
I'd
you
like
can
to
do?
shoot it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
For those
what can
for
I
people
do?
listening who don't know this game, and for people playing who don't know this game, on your turn you can do one meaningful thing, and you can move somewhere within close range. There's no feet or meters in this game. It's all range bands. So close range is like a room. Long range is like a football field or less. 100 meters, they say. Adjacent is right up in your grill. And then there's extreme long range, which requires sniper rifles. This room is big enough to be that long range is on the other side of the room, but you're currently all in close range. So you can move anywhere within close range on your turn, and you can do one meaningful thing, which means attack someone or something, bandage a wound, check vital signs. You can move again, you could fire a vehicle's weapon, you can maneuver a vehicle, you can open an airlock, you can operate a machine, you can reload a weapon, you can throw something at someone like a grenade, you can use a computer terminal, etc., etc. And that's it. That's what you do on your turn. And you'll generally roll
I'm
for the
gonna
one
attack
meaningful thing.
I would like to try and shoot this thing.
Great.
That's what I want to do is attack, and I don't think it really matters right now in this turn. But I believe because I'm a firearms expert, I have to use an entire action to reload.
You don't have to use entire action. Great.
Damn.
So you guys see Corey like level her weapon about to fire. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna.
This is all happening in bullet time. The creature's like,
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna pull up my SMG and I'm gonna unload as well.
you bring up your gun. Dork, we're gonna say you did your action already because I just let you go first, but you threw a grenade and you did a lot of damage, and now you're admiring your damage. And Bob, what's Bob doing? This thing is like
Bob
lumbering
is
out of the
also
pit.
gonna raise a weapon, even though that's what the other two are doing, because I don't know what else Bob would do. So Bob's gonna raise a weapon. Makes sense.
Great.
Okay.
Why not? You've wounded this thing, or you've done
Take
some
it
damage
down.
to it, so maybe take it down. Take it down! Does someone yell that? Take it down!
No.
What the fuck is that thing?
Great.
Corey goes
Everybody
into
roll
combat mode. She's like,
Combo.
She doesn't say shit. She says it with her eyes.
Okay. And only.
oh, fuck yeah. That's 27
Only
under
with-
62.
Damn. Please, gosh. Oh, no. That's unfortunate.
Well, that sounds like a fail.
combat's like a stat, right? Like intellect
Yes.
and speed and
Yeah.
stuff? Okay,
Correct.
great. I got a 92 over 35.
Miss.
Okay,
I got
great.
a 77 over 47.
Critical fail. Corey?
Oh, what did I get?
Was wait, there's such a suspense
27
moment.
under 62. I thought you were saying Corey Hudson shoots you.
Oh no,
I was waiting
wasn't gonna,
for the.
I was waiting
No,
to hear
what I
what
got
everybody
was a
did.
27 under 62. I succeeded very well.
27. Okay, not a critical. We'll resolve the critical fail in a second. Corey, roll for damage. You're aiming for that spot that's opened up in its chest where the hard shell is no
12.
longer covering it. 12?
12.
You shoot it right in the hole. Black and green goop flies out of it as it lets out another shriek. It ooh, this is interesting. Hudson, give me a panic check as you
Panic check?
stumble back and you step on something on the ground and you slip and your gun fires off into
Let's see.
the air.
And that failure, that failure gives me a stress, correct?
Yep. Same with whoever else failed. Bob.
Rolling under a
with a
12.
Stress. Any fail at any time is a stress.
Shit. Okay, so that is a 4. Let me pull up the table here.
Our first panic.
Oh my gosh. I'm overwhelmed. Minus on all rolls. I'm not sure exactly.
Disadvantage.
Is that disadvantage? Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Disadvantage on all rolls.
for the next 1d10 minutes. Increase
roll that for
minimum
you.
stress by 1. So I can never be less stressed than 3.
And you are severely overwhelmed for the next 7 minutes.
Okay, all right, cool.
And you have
No, that's
disadvantage for the
fine.
next 7 minutes on all rolls.
That's
As you lose control of your weapon and it just fires off into the ceiling, and you feel just overcome by the panic of a monster you've never beat, a alien insect creature rushing at you. But as you're doing that, you see Corey turn with a steady aim and shoot right in its midsection. It lets out a scream and turns and runs away from you guys, and it makes its way to the garage door, and it takes a big swipe at the door, and I'm just gonna see what it does to the door.
Hudson will say, guns are fucking bullshit anyway, and I'm gonna, in frustration and kind of this panic moment, he is going to kind of drop his SMG and throw it further back into the airlock room.
Hudson, careful. That's a weapon.
I'm doing my best. You pick it up if you want, and I'll go ahead and I'll take out my nail gun and my wrench. Shit, I'm more fucking used to.
Okay, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, with one swipe, it just puts a big hole right in the metal garage door that's at the other side of the garage, and it puts its claws in and it starts tearing open the door. What do you guys do?
gonna keep shooting it. But I have long range, so I don't have to get any closer if it's far away.
Yeah, it's now at the other side of the room, so that is long range. So you would have to move, cut the distance in half, and then shoot if you wanted to.
Yell up to Corey. Corey, I gave you another grenade.
I can't throw it that far, and I'm not chasing that thing.
That's fair enough. And
I take back my ire about the grenades before. That was sick.
You're gonna shoot at it again?
Yeah,
What are the rest of you doing?
but I'll use
backing
my
up to
like
airlock.
close range movement to edge closer to the door, so that we can close the airlock.
Got it, because you have a long range weapon.
Yeah.
I think Hudson is overwhelmed, frustrated, and seeing red. He's terrified, and the only way for the situation to end, seemingly at the moment, is for him to end it himself. And so Hudson is going to run
Don't kill yourself.
towards the monster. Wrench out, scout wrench out, kind of above the head, scout TF2. And he's gonna run up and fucking hit it with a wrench.
Frederick, what the fuck?
That's-
Get back!
I think almost
Frederick,
thankfully
what
for
the
you,
fuck?
thankfully for you, I think it's gonna take you both your move and your action to get across to him. So you are sprinting across, especially because you gotta go around
No!
this pit.
If it'll take my movement and my action to get up to it, I'll stop by the pit and I will.
Hold on. Could I have tried to stop him from running at the monster as he went
Sure.
past me? Okay.
100%.
Do I
Couldn't try.
roll for that?
Yep.
Just
Let's decide what we're all doing before we roll. But if you
Great.
roll, just keep it to yourself and tell me in a second. Dr. Dork, what are you doing?
Backing up to airlock.
Got it. And that's your movement. Do you want to do an action?
I called out to Corey, but nothing with weapons.
I guess you could. I mean, you could open the airlock because you would have had to have closed it
Oh, did
to
it close
get outside,
behind
right?
us? Yeah, then I'd like to open it up from.
Okay. Great. You open up the airlock. The door slides open, revealing a
Airlock open.
tiny room with lockers on either side, hazmat suits hanging, and the closed door on the other side of the airlock, taking you back into the base. Okay, so you don't need to roll for that to open the airlock. So the rest of you roll for your action. Sophie or Corey, you're shooting. Ethan, you're running, and Bob, you're trying to grab at Hudson while he runs by and stop him.
I got a 31 under
I would say that's a
62.
strength check,
Yeah.
I guess, or a
can I make a contested?
yeah, or it could be let's do strength. That makes sense.
Okay.
And you can
I
do
got a-
speed or strength.
Don't even worry
You can
about
do
it.
speed or strength, Hudson, because you can either be dodging away or wrestling yourself away.
No, it's a 61 both time, or for failure no matter which.
I got a 1
Take another
under
stress.
31.
You got a 1?
Nice.
Take another stress. Don't even worry about it.
Bob just grabs you and holds you in place. What do you say, Bob, as you grab Hudson?
Hudson, I have done some research on humans and I've learned that breathing in situations of stress can be really important. So let's breathe together, okay? Here we go. And for 1,
Yoga.
2, 3, 4.
Roll for Zen.
You're not breathing. You're not breathing.
I love that.
You're not really.
Corey, what'd you get?
I got a 31 under 62.
Nice, another hit.
Yes.
Roll for damage.
10.
10. So you riddle this thing with another string of bullets. Unfortunately, they all just bounce off its back armor because that place you exposed was in its front, and it has its back to you now, and the bullets just bounce off and do nothing, apparently.
Upset.
it continues to, it rips open the door and runs out into the night.
Get inside. Everybody get inside.
Now the wind and rain is starting to push into the garage, and it's stirring up dirt and blood and maybe shit, who knows, and it's just flying around everywhere in the garage.
Get in the airlock.
Get the airlock.
Inside. Let's go. Let's go. Move.
Fine.
Come on.
You all pile into the airlock. Someone closes the door, I imagine.
Close it down.
And as the door closes and it recalibrates and pressurizes, the sound of the torrential rain and storm outside goes down as you're now safely back inside the airlock. After a minute or so, beep, the other door, green light, turns on, and you open the door and you step back into a fully lit base.
Well, that was interesting.
I think we've got a better picture of what's happened here.
Do we have to worry about that with all the corpses? Or do you think that's what already happened?
Considering what we've seen, I imagine so.
I mean, we
I've
saw
got
that
some
one guy
ideas.
that was in the freezer area with it crawling around.
That's
Was
true.
squirming. I
It
tried
was
to
a
capture
lot
some of it,
smaller
but
there.
it's definitely a lot smaller than what that was.
You know, I
Well, it
noticed
only-
something.
What?
The man who ran off. Now, for centuries at this point, because we live in the future,
The man who ran off.
there have been talks and legends about people paranoid wearing tinfoil hats, and it's been ridiculed over time.
Because it's stupid.
You would think so. I just want to say the only body we've encountered that has not been torn to shreds had a tinfoil hat, and the man I just spoke to that was semi-coherent a little bit, it seemed like he was really fighting for it. He was definitely more there than the man in the pit,
So
also
you're
wearing a hat.
You're telling us you want us to go and wrap tinfoil around our heads,
I
like
never
those
said that
old
we need
relic
to do that.
films.
I'm just pointing out something that's happened twice. If we see it a third time, maybe we want to put a little stock in it.
Do we have tinfoil?
I mean, I don't know if
don't know.
they used it on this base, but if it's anywhere, probably the kitchen.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
so. Just if we see it a third time, this has happened twice. Whatever he was
If
speaking
it would
of,
help you sleep at night, we can make you a tinfoil hat.
this is a very serious situation. I hope you know. There
Mhm.
are dozens of dead bodies surround us. We know nothing about these creatures, except that that thing just survived 3 grenades and direct hits from my machine gun. Didn't even seem that fazed by it. And all of the only animated bodies we have seen have been almost mindless. There was, I don't know if you guys saw when that thing screamed, it was like there were 1,000 minds all in mine.
I saw that
And-
too.
It makes sense
It
with
was
what
weird.
that guy was saying, that he wanted the hive, or he wanted to go back but he couldn't go back. He was disconnected. I don't know what the suicide thing was. All I know is if I had one of those things inside me, I might take the same actions. I'm starting to understand why Kaplan might have taken some drastic measures.
I will say, it gives me confidence that we made it run away.
We did.
And
And
that
that's good. We have one grenade left.
We could,
And
well,
again,
we could check the
maybe
whole. All of
thousands
them
of
could have
those
gone
things.
off.
Yeah, where was he digging to? Like, we need to check, see if the grenade
Yeah, why would
opened up a little something.
Why would the
before we
crabby
go back
man
out there,
want
we'll need to
in the
make sure
dirt?
that. Repeat that, door.
Why would the crab man want to go down to the dirt? What's down there? Do we have any? I mean, we could check, see if we have any maps of like the layouts. Now that we have power back on, we could check the computers to see if there's any sort of tunnel system underneath this base that maybe it was going to. I don't know what all research they've done on this planet yet.
Might be worth taking a look.
Let's head back to the comm center then.
Of course. Hey, we can get the comms back online.
Yeah. Real quick, GM, was
Oh wait, no, we shouldn't.
the claw that we saw in the analysis lab, was that comparable in size to what we saw on this
I had
funky
that
fresh
question as
fella?
well.
Or was that like way bigger?
It was bigger, but it was like from the same species.
Same species, but like denoting that whatever was either slain or molted or whatever in that other room, like, was huge, or like just kind of
double. It looked like the thing you just fought was smaller by maybe 50% of this claw that you saw. That was like a meter long claw. This thing had like this
copy.
Gotcha.
And it could fit inside a large human body, or did it expand whenever it burst out?
Yeah, it kind of like came out and like as if it had been like a sealed party favor, and it just kind of like exploded out. It was all like compact
Gross.
inside, and it's like bones. It's like a bird spreading its wings. It just like came out and like
That's yucky.
fitting through a small
yeah,
hole.
exactly.
Damn.
Right.
Well, I want to note on something that I did just say. I don't think we should put the comms back on. I am remembering the graffiti we found saying no comms. But if we could reestablish, like just the computer systems
Satellite?
in general.
Yeah, just a map.
I'm not sure if comms include like communications, like satellite, internet, whatever we use to connect to the other ships above us.
You're the computer.
Or if it's just comms as in like our radios that we use, locally. If that makes sense.
I wouldn't know the difference. I think if anyone in this group would, it would be you. So
That's true. Let me scour my brain.
Let me think on my
I'm-
brain.
I am curious though, if in
Radio base
the
versus
world of Greta Basin, Sansa 6, is internet a thing, or is that included in communications? Like, would
You
us
would
be
know.
like contact, like communicating
Yeah,
with them be communications, or like just the radio communications?
It's similar to like Earth in the sense that you have digital. Well, I mean, not very similar to Earth, but you have digital like you can send an email or a text message. You can also, there's like a radio communication you could do.
Okay.
You can send files over the.
I feel like we
internet.
should send up a message letting them know and reestablish that line of communications. But I feel
Yeah.
like it's any sort of radio or audio communications is what potentially that graffiti was warning about.
Gotcha.
I
Because
don't think so.
it's that crab song what I assume was that terrible hangover that I had for like 5 seconds. Then I oh, that's auditory. So I figured the auditory communications is what we should avoid.
I regretfully agree with you, Dr. Dork.
Oh, look at us bonding.
Sure.
I hope you get it.
Gives a
up
punch in
and
the
running.
arm. Well,
So what are you guys
Ow.
doing? You're going to the command center.
Don't hit
That's where the
off.
computers.
I would
were.
like to go to the
Yeah.
command center and start to the repairs on the computers. and
Maybe
getting
once
those
the
back online.
computers are on, we can work to pull out the data. And if we can get a hold of Hinton, get the data in here, survive for a couple of days, we might, if we can manage to contact the ship, just get what information we can, retrieve Hinton, and then get out of here as fast as possible.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
Sounds good.
And I feel like
Alright.
if once we're
Fancy.
in the comm center, if we could try to find some sort of hard drive, unless one of us happens to have a hard drive, I don't think I do, to download any sort of company property or research and whatnot that they may have sent us down here to retrieve. Which, speaking of the company property and retrieving it, should we bring along that claw we found?
No,
No.
nobody touched that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody touched it.
We'll
When
send
I
a
touched
different
it,
group down if
it-
they want that. I mean,
When I touched it, the only thing that protected me was my armor. None of you are wearing armor. None of you have
That's
combat
true.
experience. I would rather let's not go around poking things that are gonna kill us. Sound fair?
Fair.
Copy that.
It's a good life.
All right.
yeah.
It's a life motto. So you make your way
Don't
back
go
to the
around
command
poking things
center.
that you're gonna kill.
Don't poke things that could kill you.
I'll say
You
yes.
make your way back to the command center, and inside is the body of Second Lieutenant Kaplan, your initial contact. He's got a bullet wound in the head, self-inflicted, you ascertained or assumed. He's still lying there on the computer terminal, which is broken. And we did roll for this, but I admit
It would take about a
didn't-
day, I think.
Is that what we said?
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's officially make that a number. I'm gonna roll.
Which I don't know if that time would go down or not now that there's power, because we made that assessment when there was no power.
Yeah, so it's gonna take you about 11 hours, according to my roll,
Oh,
to
okay.
repair this computer.
Even with my masters in engineering.
We'll do some rolls, and depending on the rolls as we go, we will knock some time off of that. I think that's how we'll do this.
Great.
So are you gonna get to work? You're gonna get to work on the computers?
I think so, yes.
Yep.
That's the
I'll-
plan?
I'll help physically fix them up.
Great. So
Dr.
both of you
Dork.
are going to work together. So I will give Hudson's going to assist Dr. Dork, which will give you advantage on your
Probably better.
repair roll. And
And I have a trained skill of computers and a master's in engineering. Which is also
Great.
like a line of like mechanical repair and jury rigging.
yeah, so you can roll them. You can roll the engineering stat. With
We
advantage.
We mentioned being able to add skills if they weren't part of the same tree.
Yeah. What do you got?
So computers is not part of my engineering tree.
Oh, great.
Can I add those?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, really?
Let's just roll now. I might make you roll sometimes after the time is spent, but let's start it off with the roll. So
Sure.
roll with
So
advantage, and we'll make a ruling as we go.
This is a really cool skill system. I really
Yeah.
like the idea of these trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you
Very
looked
fun.
at the leveling systems
Dude,
on like
it-
how you gain a skill?
you only got to study for like a while.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, you have to study. It's hard to level up in this game. Like, there is no leveling up in this game, but like you can go train or study for a week.
Yeah. Like
And I'm
downtown
sorry,
Mothership.
I ask this almost every time I have to roll for skills. We want the higher one with skills, right? The higher the better, or the lower?
You always want to roll under your number.
The bonuses are added to your skills. So it's
see
like
your-
intelligence plus your master plus your skill.
I see. This makes
And then
so
you
much more
roll
sense to
under
me
this
now. I don't know why this was confusing, and it's only taken me 6 episodes.
It's okay.
Yes, got it. So that would
I only
be-
have it because I wrote it down. Take notes.
Okay, sweet. So that would be 24 under 76.
Nice.
Sick.
So that's a success. So you have no setbacks, and you set to work, and it's a lot of work. So you guys get to work, and you are able to with that success, you're able to find the tools you need around the base. You find whatever soldering irons and cathode tubes and gum, whatever you need to fix this thing. And
I got duct tape. We're good.
duct tape. And you guys are in there we'll see. But you guys are in there working, and we're gonna knock some time off of that when we cut. I'm not sure if we're montaging through this now. We're gonna see what everybody else is doing, and we'll decide. What is Corey and Bob doing while Hudson and Dr. Dork are setting
Before they get
to task?
started, I would like to ask Dr. Dork, do you still have that knife from the
Do I?
kitchen?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I have the knife?
Can I borrow it?
Of course.
It's a crazy steak knife. I didn't know they came spring loaded now.
Switchblade.
It is technically a scalpel, by the way. I
Yes.
say knife, but it is technically a scalpel.
That's what I want. And I would like to do my best to copy what I saw Dork do on the body. I would like to see if there is anything inside Kaplan's body. And then if we're grinding, I'm probably going to go and check all of the other bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you do if we're montaging? Like, what's the next few
montaging,
hours look like?
I am investigating bodies and probably piling them up in the cafeteria area because that's the largest.
Great.
So respectfully moving them and like maybe getting some blankets from the barracks and like covering everybody. But first, I want to
Making a
make sure
pile
there's
of
not
bodies.
living creatures just in bodies all around us.
As you're moving the bodies, I will say that you're unearthing some smells and that have been trapped underneath their corpses from the however long they've been, like, they're decaying slowly inside of this facility. The place, the entire base, by the time you're done, smells absolutely horrendous. And Bob, what are you doing while this is happening?
I think that Bob would love to go comb through all of the information in the quarters again and the lab, just revisit every room and do a really thorough search of all the stuff that they have found so far. And Bob would also like to see if there's any tinfoil in the kitchen or the pantry.
The command
it.
center is kind of central, right?
It's at the north end of the base.
Oh, okay.
Center
I think
to the base is kind of the
cafeteria area.
cafeteria is like the main commissary, it's called.
As we move around to different areas, since we're kind of avoiding the comms, I'll give the instruction of leave every door open. So if someone starts yelling, we can hear and rush. Try not to wander too far for too long or get too caught up in something where you're not going to hear someone yelling for you.
You got it.
Copy.
Just want to be aware of everybody who's here.
Of course.
Okay, so give me Bob, give me a roll. Do you have anything that would be research related, investigation? I guess it would be intellect.
Well, I have my intellect and I have linguistics. If that.
Okay, if you're
'cause, I mean,
searching
you know, you
for
gotta read
notes.
stuff.
Linguist in the house.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing is searching through the notes, you can use that and we can see how we do.
Okay. I got, with the linguist skill, I got a 2 under 63.
Great.
Damn.
Success. So you guys set to task over the next few hours. Hudson and Dr. Dork are busy in the command center piecing this computer back together. There's a lot of broken parts. You know it's going to take you quite a while to get this up and running.
Oh no.
Corey, as you do your autopsy on the body of Second Lieutenant Kaplan, you cut him open and you don't find any evidence of any infection or larvae like the one you found in the other body.
That's concerning in different ways.
Dr. Dork, as you are under the computer terminal, lying probably on your back, and you're sort of like getting to the underside of it, dealing with some waters. Maybe you're soldering something together. You're looking up. Hudson, you're like on the other side, just, fixing some device, the router. Maybe you're working on the router, trying to like fix the electricals on it. And Dr. Dork, as you have your hand up, your sleeve rolls down and you look at your wrist and you see a couple paper cuts have formed on your arm. And we'll see you next week.
I know what it is! Sophie has a theory!
Tell us next time.
Oh man.
I will.